Good evening and welcome to Cranleigh Arts Centre, where we are in the interval of the concert being given by the Salome String Quartet. We're delighted that they've finally made it here to Cranleigh, and I hope you're enjoying the concert as it goes on. So if I can just introduce everybody, there is Haim, there is Coco, there is Kasia, and there's Shizuku. So let's start. The quartet originally came together in 2016 when most of you were studying at the Royal College of Music. Why did you form the Salome Quartet, and was it planned to be a long-term development?
Well, as you might know, chamber music is a big part of any music college life and education, and we just some of us knew each other from before, like you two. And we started playing together, and we realized that we really enjoy playing together, so we kept at it, and I think it often happens that if something goes well, then you keep doing it. So.
But you kept it up, and you won the Saccone Prize, you won the Royal College Prize, so clearly you were doing something right, were you?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you decide about the quartet above your individual careers? Because people coming out of conservatoire, they might go into an orchestra, they might play solo, but you've decided to form a quartet, and you've moved from strength to strength.
Yeah, I mean, it's about integrating it into many different capacities, and we all do a bit of everything as well. We all do some orchestra, some solo things as well, and I think as long as everyone's on the same page about it, then it all really works. And chamber music, quartet music, all the repertoire has a really important role in our lives, and we carry that through to the other work we do as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a great collaboration, and the music is so special. So.
Absolutely, we're still four individuals with different interests.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
so
what we bring together.
So we have our own separate lives, as it
Yeah.
were. But yes,
Yeah,
like
and since that, we have different feelings of, in different style of music and what we like, and it's sometimes it's hard to share, but we got a lucky time, so we found these girls and we enjoy doing.
And you found a lucky time, because when I first booked you in 2019, I think it was, and so much has happened since, but you won the role of quartet in residence at the Wye Valley Festival, which was a big moment for you, I think, big opportunity. And how have you managed since then?
So that the festival actually happened just before the pandemic. I believe it was February, and in March everything closed down. So we were lucky to still go and
So
play.
your career was on an up at that point, and then suddenly the gate comes down.
Yeah, but
we still got to experience the teaching. So the festival you mentioned, the Wye Valley Festival, for us meant learning from many established, really special chamber musicians, and playing some concerts together as well. So that was really special for us as well.
You've told me that you enjoy performing new music by contemporary composers. Maybe you can give me some examples of the sort of composers you're looking at and why. And also, how do you balance your repertoire with the established great quartet works, Haydn, Beethoven, Schubert? What's your musical philosophy?
I guess, as you might know from organising a concert series, different concert societies and venues have their tastes and their specific requirements. So it often happens that we get different requests from different places, and a repertoire like what you mentioned, Haydn, Beethoven, has its obviously special place for us, but also the audiences who appreciate this kind of music above all else will not necessarily be open to works by new composers who haven't been tested by...
Who is not on your programme tonight, who you would maybe like to perform another time? I'm thinking of living 21st century musicians, composers.
Well, recently we've been involved in an ongoing project with a composer called John Woolridge, who is perhaps not an example of a composer who's not established. He's very much well known in his own right, but he's a contemporary composer whose works we've been enjoying working on, and we did some recording of his music recently, and we've got another project lined up next year. So, but there are definitely others, and sort of different areas and different styles that you might see us explore at different venues and for different audiences. It's like finding a balanced diet.
Do you ever get a call from, no Beethoven please, let's have something different?
No, Beethoven's always...
Well, not tonight.
Not
no
tonight,
Beethoven.
not tonight.
We're not doing Beethoven tonight, that's true.
No.
Okay. As I said, it's almost exactly a year or so from the last date when you were scheduled to perform here. How have you been coping with things like rehearsing and keeping together as a quartet when lockdown will have made all that very difficult?
Just good organisation, really. We all have very independent schedules as well, so it's just about keeping up good lines of communication and
I mean, did you do online rehearsing with each other?
No.
Well,
That's just not good enough.
there have been long times that we haven't been able to meet at all, and when we're all in different countries, or when we're in London but simply unable to meet. So definitely that's played a big role in how things played out for us. Now we're very lucky to be able to be playing again and performing in public, and that's we're very grateful that it's possible now, but it definitely hasn't been easy. Some groups we know have moved in together, for example, and formed bubbles, and they've just been working, and it hasn't been possible for everyone. It hasn't been possible for us, so we feel even more lucky now that we're able to play together again.
Well, here we are now in the interval of the concert, so you will have performed by now the Three Idylls by Frank Bridge. Tell us about him as a British composer, because we see him in terms of dates in the 20th century between Elgar, Vaughan Williams, Benjamin Britten, but not as well known as them. Why did you choose Three Idylls for tonight?
Well, I think...
Who chose it between the four of you?
I'm not sure.
Or was it a committee decision?
It's been a piece that we've wanted to play for a while, and we've actually performed it with a different second violinist. So Coco today is our new addition to the group, and the idea has been brought up by a friend and colleague who played it with us in the past.
But I mean, Bridge is just, as you said, not as well known, but he did have a massive influence on the British composers that are played so often and are more worldly renowned. And he taught Britain as well. And
did he? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, and
who valued him immensely, actually.
He was a very Bridge was a very technical composer, and that had a massive influence on Britten and how he approached just speaking the mind through his compositions, and it's been the product of what we listen to today.
Great. Well, thank you all four of you. The audience will be coming back soon to enjoy the last part of the concert, which I think is the Schubert, the last part piece you're doing. So, Haim, Coco, Kasia and Shizuku, thank you very much. The audience, I'm sure, really looking forward to hearing you play for the rest of the concert. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.